Ani chokonyora amangana maye kura sigita sengi Voice of Victory nande nigo tukunyara kwa to sanga amona nje Hesbon Bosire yamo ase yamo tiatu ansekuru asesemeri yebiro bya siasa nigo kumanyi wakuru asensemeri yamo raiwe kama kyawe panera kanzo muzioka nigo anyara kaboka kwarigania musangirekano ere amona babwatani kuru aseti university au sabasai abwasanya kabaka kubakwanira anemono amabaka yabasa ase serikali ra kunya kabaka korosia chingaki aise gocho rakoba umuraiwense ime ya Kenya karonzo nigo ari gukwana yu aso menye bwaye bugutuka kare ni ime yo mu Nairobi umugaso orero tyatunyore oropoti uru asenchira yubo ikanunga rwanya kwa rugutwikira asemeza itu ya mangana maya.
When we say that under Oka government, which I hope I'll be able to lead, please pray for me. We will make sure that your parents all clearly are everywhere, from Vanga in the coast region to Turkana, from Lamu to Kisumu, yes, even to Migingo Island, Migingo, Nikwetu. We're proud Kenyans where they will not have to struggle to look for their school fees for their kids. And these days of COVID, you open on Monday, you close the next Monday, open for term 2 the following Monday, and on every opening day, you're supposed to pay the school fees for the term. Where are parents getting this money? We want to lift the burden from them. And that we will make sure there's free secondary education. We have made it very clear. We have also said we will make sure that we are a working nation. Kenyans do not want to go to the days of handout politics, handout economics. Handout economics, just imagine as academic giants in the making. Some of you already are. And listening to the president of University of Nairobi, I'm very proud. I'm very proud. I can see this potential. Viva! Viva!
Kutikana amona ripoti uru akanzo msioka na nigo tukumnya kambaka aseseme yumura iwe kyama kya ODM ne Raila Odinga umugaso orero ne niganya kabaka kwarigani umusangirikana amona baraikuru asigeza kukyaba kamba abwasanyara kabaka kukwanira amangana atatu ari arakunya kabaka kwarira aba Kenya onyereka gucyago cyorua koba umura iwense ya Kenya Raila niganya kabaka kukwanira ikuri yechsemi boigo oburwali gosoya obochenu boigo na ukinya uchumi ensi ya Kenya puna injire ya moyo kweneka muna aba Kenya bonsi ngomenya bali ubugima borengana ni bole amono morembe Raila nigo atwara umusangerekano yo kwarigani safari ya araje kunya kubaka gutwara gucya chinseme chicyabukamba wansera icyuma AKYga tyatonyore oropoti.
Kwanza kila maisha ni muhimu. Ndio sababu hakuna mtu yeyote ambaye amepewa fursa ya kujaribu kutoa maisha ya mtu yeyote. Ukijiua mtu mwingine na wewe vile vile tutakuua. Wacha hiyo mtu hata kama wewe umtaki, wacha yeye akae pale tu. Wacha na yeye ana haki. Hiyo ni haki ambayo Mungu ndiye ameweka yeye, amepatia yeye, si wewe. Hata kama wewe ni mtoto ambaye umezaa, si mali yako. Hiyo ni mali ya Mungu. Ukizaa na muue, tutakuua wewe vile vile. Manake yeye tayari yako na haki yake. Sasa amezaliwa ama sivyo? Sasa tunasema right to education ni muhimu sana kwa taifa letu. Tukitaka kumaliza ufukara kwa taifa letu, mpaka watu wetu waelimike. Na haki ya kupata elimu sio zawadi, ni haki. Ndio tunasema kila mtoto ambaye amezaliwa kwa taifa letu, wazazi wawe ni maskini hawana pesa au wazazi ni watajiri, kila mtoto yote apewe fursa sawa, equal opportunity to education, from kuanzia nursery, primary, secondary mpaka chuo kikuu kulingana na kipawa chake ambayo mpewa ni Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa upande elimu, mpaka walimu waheshimiwe. Walimu, manake walimu wanafanya kazi muhimu sana. Ona mwalimu anafanya jitihada na watoto huko chini, mchangani huko. mpaka mtoto aweze kuelewa vizuri mpaka akue mtu. Kwa hiyo walimu ni watu ambao mpaka wapewe heshima yao.
Boigo omokonyi b'omuraigwa ensene Dr. William Ruto omugaso orero niga anyara kubaka wanse safari aya matuko atatu asikinse mu kya Nyanza abwasara kunya kubaka gukora emichango ao una injire ya moyo gutsira abonjuriye abakabake amona bagendi ya chipikipiki. Ruto nigo arachigutwara umusangirekano amona babwatani bali bakumwa okoboko asikyama kirika UDA una injire ya moyo kuyakira ekokobo sibo bochori obonene bu mwaka ugocha chinga kurasenseme ya Nyanza aya nigagocha maiga yichi wiki ibere umuraigwe bw'ikyama kirya ODM Raila Odinga gukora kitaro cha ase chinseme cha Nyanza na kuburi abantu benseme yo kumwakira chikura chinga kicho bochori obonene bumwako gocha ai nandi ngimenye kante buya kigima chinsemo cha Nyanza ne ase nyumba y'umuraigwe kyama kya ODM Korende Ruto niganya kubaka kwariga nigo amona abantu bensemeyo abwasara chikunya kubaka gutara chinsemo ao aseka kyamatuko atatu ari bosio tatunywale oroboti urunga rwanya kwa rugutwikera asemeza yetu ya mangana maya.
We have serious challenges of insecurity. The cream of leadership is here. Majority of the people who will become leaders from MCAs through members of parliament to senators and governors are here. I want to request us, because this is our region, and we do not want to be disadvantaged because of the insecurity issues. We know there are challenges. We know there are institutional gaps. We know there are operational challenges that are causing this insecurity. But I want to request all the aspirants, including those who are sitting MPs and senators and leaders, to work together. Let us engage in dialogue so that we can sort out the challenges that we have in our region, especially in the North Rift, so that we don't disadvantage ourselves in matters to do with the next elections. With insecurity, our voter turnout will be very low. With insecurity, we may not get necessarily the correct leaders. I want us to work together, all the aspirants from all shades. Let us close our ranks and work together towards a peaceful moment as we go to the elections. Please, I want to persuade all of us who are here, those of us who are aspirants, those of us who are sitting members of parliament and other leaders, let us work together so that we can deal with the matter of insecurity that is actually undermining our development, our progress, and even our democracy. Let us work together. Tafadhali, tunakubaliana?
Togotikana na amana mangana yo asiasa bono na nini ngongo kumyo kimbaka chinsemo chiri chisemi abwesto kuchikonya ko tukumya na amono report ro mu waziri we chisemina cyo chimagoa kubwatikana amono komentekana ko bikoro byo gusamba bw'ichi skuru bono umu waziri we chisemi cyo chimagoa niganyana ko bakagwe sokya na ukwanira igori ngani yo abwasanyara ko bakakurwa ubuchika moro kibundi bwensi urachikonya ko bakakubwatenirwa amonike bekyo kyo gusamba chiskuru nigara chikwimukya eguru beyu erebweka omonyene na bwa asata chikonya ko konya masakara ande onsi kurwa eskuru neva osomiri na ukora amatemu na gukura boigo magoa niganya ko bakakurwa egekuru egetindi goche asaba iburi banyako bakwaneke muna ngose mibali abana babo anene chinga kichiga barachugocha asichirusa chinyenge ngose chi after muna injere ya moyo kwaneke ngango kora bali emuchando ibo gusamba chiskuru tatonyore oroboti urunga rwanyako barugo tuikeraga iga asigeta seni kyamangana maya.
It looks mundane and juvenile for somebody in high school to burn a building. What has the building done to you? Should you burn your school because another one has gotten burned? Do you even need to exist in life? You are better not born, isn't it? Why should you burn the school because the neighboring school has gotten burned?
I want to call upon the Ministry of Health to allow a little bit of inter-school competition. Yesterday, we did have a visiting school that came here and to play football. And the kind of excitement the kind of cheering that I saw clearly showed that these young men are missing something.
Paka kutikana amono roboti urumo waziri wechisemine chochi magoa ningongo komyo kiko ika asisemeri ya Nyeri mobunge onyeri Kimani Ngunjiri bono liganya reko bakagwesokia na komo niganya reko bakagwesokia na kwamiriria igitambukiro kyo mo teneneri bwo obochori amoni chimbe yonera gwa fura chepkati ase igitambukiro kyo gwanchira abantu bare ebirugo bya serikali ko bwatekani asamangana asiasa boigo Kimani niganya reko bakakoteba umuwaziri oyo nigo asinyiriye gasiaye amabaga yo niga bwante konyara ko bakakonyabwatuka gochiasa abantu bari sikuga iga bataranyara ko bakakonyara gasiende yonsi una enjere ye moyo kwenekia abakenya bonsi nkonyara bari egasi tatonyore oroboti uru asinchira yo boikeranu.
A couple of months ago for the Kiambaba election. Actually, I bumped into Chebukati during one of those things in some restaurant. And Mheshimiwa Sabina was there with us. We were all there actually as a team. And this, one of the things that happened right from the beginning of that by-election, we had a problem with identification cards. All the people in Jubilee did not have cards. We then had this narrative that, oh, you know, members of parliament are not supposed to be agents. There's nowhere in the law that says you can't, any party can develop any person to be an agent. Then when we went to, so we did the elections, we finished the elections. During the Tallinn, we were told, we were stopped from going to the Tallinn Center, despite the fact that by then we had been accredited. And then we know we have our conversations about what happened. Team Kariri has been working on that. Now, recently I see Chebukati take what I can only call a political position. When he wrote and said that cabinet secretaries are not allowed to take a position, a political position. What I don't understand is we have a deputy president who has taken a political position. I have never seen Chebukati write about him. The deputy president is part of cabinet. He already has a political position that he's taken. But then when some other CSs who are members of cabinet take a position, Chebukati is very quick to run and say, nobody should take a political position. So now I'm asking myself, so has he told the deputy president that he's not supposed to have a political position? So what does that tell us? It tells us that we have a IBC chairperson who is very biased. And for me, it is okay. Everybody in Kenya has a right to take a position. But then let us now understand that this position of yours is driven by your own personal interest or your own political aspirations. So that as we go into the next election, we are able to look at the commission and ask ourselves, is Chebukati the person we want to get into the next election, considering he's already shown his bias? The same way they're arguing that Matiang'i and Musheru are biased. Now, Matiang'i and Musheru are not directly involved in the election. Chebukati is. He's a chairman of the election body. He's already taken a position, and he's already shown that in an issue where the deputy president takes a political position and a cabinet secretary takes a political position, he's going to go after the cabinet secretary. He's not going to touch the deputy president. So it tells you which side of this political game he's playing. So my personal opinion, and this is something I will try and prosecute wherever I can, is that we need to seriously consider whether we can get somebody else. Because Kenya has 40-50 million people. I am sure we can get somebody else who can be a chairman of IBC who is not as obvious in terms of the political position that he has taken as we get into this, what is going to be quite a heated
Umanchi umurigeni ogende kubwati amangana mayakuru asigeta sengia Voice of Victory tugotigana amonichi report ejoni gotukunyara kwa tukomyoka mpaka asisemiria mazingira kubwati kana amoni getambuke rugense ya Kenya gutugutera aro butumeki bwa masakara yechi plastic bono abantu 10 yomoni go babikwa byara ase county ya Omape asegote magutumeka amasakara UNC ya Kenya nyatako bake gutugutera aro umwaka w'ikirubena isanemo umwaka w'ikirubena 10 isanemo kubatikana amono roboti ru aigari eyemo enkeni gonya ko bage kubikwa biara ke bwate amono masakara yechi west yar go kunya ko bage gutuguta nande yanya ko bage kunya tuguta asata bweneti usai ase etagataga etabwenti gutugutwa nigo abantu abanya ko bakubikwa biara na wikigwa asike amberu na nigo barachi kunya ko bakosomerwa ali chiko korengana ni katiba ya Kenya.
We organized an operation in Rodi to ensure that there is compliance to the waste management regulations of 2006 and also the plastic paper bag ban that was installed in 2017. In the process, we found a vehicle, a tipper KCE 070L, carrying waste and actually intending to dispose it in a place that was not a designated waste receptacle, and the vehicle itself did not even have a license to transport the waste. In the process, we were able to arrest the two people who were in charge of the vehicle, the driver by name Georgia Lodge and another in the same vehicle, and we arraigned them in court, that is in Rodi police station, and the people have been presented to court this morning to answer to charges. Now, in addition to the waste management regulations, we are also able to arrest 9 people who are using the banned plastic paper bags. Now, in 2017, we recognized that the carrier bags and the flat bags that people are using frequently was banned by the then Minister for Environment. This is because of the many dangers associated with the polythene papers, ranging from blocking of the sewage system and also to they are being consumed by animals, causing a lot of constipation, and eventually these animals die. So the 9 people were charged with being in possession of the banned plastic paper bags, and the 9 have been arraigned in the court this morning, and we are waiting for the verdict. To the members of the public, I want to paraphrase the waste management regulations of 2006, where we demand that any vessel or vehicle that carries waste must be in such a manner that it does not cause scattering from the source to a destination. Number 2, the same vehicle must have a tracking document and a license given by NEMA called a waste transport license, which enables it to carry the waste. And without that, we shall be violating the waste management regulations. Then on the polythene papers, we say that we have many alternatives to polythene papers, ranging from the Uhuru bags that we have in Homa Bay here and many other places, the net bags and all that, which are very important, and they are not actually as bad as the non-biodegradable plastic papers. So to the people of Homa Bay, it's not the end of enforcement. We shall demand that as long as we live, we ensure that they enjoy the clean and healthy environment which they are entitled to. It's also good to mention at this level that
kubwatikana amoniki na Kenya tukobagi kiwa ase kigambiro economies ya Kenya amonumo nene bwelitiko kiara Kariuki bono ikiniki nigo gyategererwa litukuria rero na nigo kirachi gwategererwa bwikenu amatuko atatu kwansira kitariki 15 gwika kitariki 20 cyumutinyi umutangani umwako gocha ikiniki nigo Kenya tukobagi gwikigwa ase koti kubwatikana amono kuna chakwanya tukobagi gukunachwa na nigo kia bwate uburito gose nigo ekinekyo kibwate chinse muisatu kirachi kunyako bakegotegererwa abo asensementanga ni ekinekyo aba nachi ebina batatu batachi gwanjirwa gotegere asikinekyo kurinda ase koti okona chayanya ko bakona charitu kuria rero aba nachi abo ebina batatu niko barachi kunyara ko bakoba ase rombe ya bali barachi gotegere ekinekyo na ukinacha kubwatikana amona mamo chapanya to ko bagoserwa asikinekyo tabwati burto bonde bwensi burachi kogera mbachi kunyara ko bagotegera ekinekyo niko kirachi gotegerwa unakona chwa mwaka ogocha wansira chitariki 15 gwika chitariki 20 gyatotegere oropoti orunga rwanyako barukubwato kwa koru ase koti iri tukoria rero.
Through a popular initiative under Article 257 of the Constitution. This again emanates from the AG's petition. 3. Whether the second schedule, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2020 was unconstitutional. Once again, this is from the Attorney General's petition. 4. Whether civil proceedings can be instituted against the President or a person performing the functions of the office of the President during their tenure of office with regard to anything done or not done contrary to the Constitution. This is also an issue emanating from the Attorney General's petition. 5. The place of public participation under Article 10 vis-a-vis the role of IBC under Article 257(4) of the Constitution, and whether there was a public participation in respect of the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2020. This issue emanates from both the petitions of IBC and the AG. 6. The interpretation of Articles 88 and 250 of the Constitution with respect to the composition and quorum of IBC. This comes from the IBC petition. And finally, 7, the interpretation of Article 257, sub-Article 10 of the Constitution whether the interpretation of Article 257, Sub-Article 10 of the Constitution entails and or requires that all specific proposed amendments to the Constitution should be submitted as separate and distinct referenda questions. This comes from the petition of Morara Omoke. Thank you, Honorable CJ.
Mwanchu muri wikiraga buno kunya kupengunya butura amangana majya yichinga kechiga lakini unyore nyuma ndaranya butura amangana majya ibonaga ningotige amono mubayeno oyo mumu usianya teko bakago tutigera uyonya teko bakago tenga muminjori mitangana mosera ibu niko umumbayeno yo minetinga montonde bwansi okubuka mambita kwirina nyumba busa ataranyora kende yonsi tegusita kubikana montori obera nyumba otebanga gusoboke ndumuri sikogali gose imichande mengenere sikogali niko aminetinga onde bwansi okora egasi yae numukia takwirina nyumba atabuati kende gusemba akorengana muntu utarakora kende igagatebanga muminjori mitangana mosera ibu niko ngwakira mbu yamono asebaritonya kwato kubwatena kwenekenga amangana yaiga chibicha amoni sauti chenya kwa chiko wikiraga bu asore asenjira enyoro na enjira entoereru nyuma yechima chikamera uyore ngoni gakuru kwa dorini ogembo na mega ye chimashini ga ndo chinganere Eric Maube gosemea nero ide kunyara kwa bakakwereke nga chibiche chenya kwa chiko wikira amoni sauti asenjira ejujugire buya na wikiraga bu tikatonya kwa batoko nyana chinga kichinde niko kwalinge hamona nje hespon posire